Welcome to the Lads AM podcast, a show for those late night ramblings you only get when the rest of the world is asleep. This show is available in both podcast and Let's Play form. Check out our social media to find out how to listen the way you want to. Tonight, we are playing Infinite Craft.
I guarantee if you had White Album, we would get Beatles right away. This damn biased game.
Probably, actually. But the thing is, the game seems to be like pretty engrossed in meme culture, right?
Sure.
So, like, I don't get it. I thought it'd be a slam dunk. I have an idea.
Yeah, what's the idea?
Don't worry. Don't worry about it. We're going to see if we can get there.
Okay.
Anyway, how you guys?
Pretty good.
I'm.
Can't complain.
I saw Wolves of Glendale perform yesterday.
Did you really?
Do you really
Yeah, I
did?
did.
That's
Dude.
insane. That's sick.
Dude,
How was that?
crazy coincidence. I did
Whoa,
too.
what?
I know, really.
Wait, you both?
Kinda weird.
Wait. Did you both go without me?
What do you mean? You were there too.
I was there.
Holy shit, I was! Holy shit, actually, I was! I was there! Oh my god!
But you know what? Dustin almost wasn't.
Yeah, I almost wasn't.
That's a good point. So wait, I was at
Technically,
work
Ty
when that
was
whole
there.
Discord conversation.
Yeah. Oh, I was at work too, Matt.
How did that go?
So, I want to hear Dustin's take on this.
Well, basically,
Oh boy.
it was in the morning, and George A texted, "Hey, what time does everyone want me picked up?" And it was that moment I remembered, oh yeah, the Wolves of Glendale concert is today. Uh-oh, I forgot to get the tickets for that. So I immediately went to the link that George A linked, and sure enough, all sold out. I was like, oh, well, guess I'm not going. So then, conversation happened. That's when I said, oh, yeah, I can't go. I don't have a ticket. It's as simple as I just kept forgetting that I had to get tickets for that.
Dustin, confession. You have bought your PAX ticket.
I have, yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
That I remember to do almost immediately, or at least within the first week.
Okay.
But, yeah, the Wolves of Glendale one just kept passing me.
So, I was on my work break and I was checking Discord and saw Dustin couldn't go. And rather than getting work done that I desperately needed to, I thought to myself, I know with like bigger concerts that there are people who buy tickets and then sell them for a higher price, scalpers. So I was like, I wonder if that's the case for Wolves of Glendale. And I look, sure enough, I find a site, but they're only selling tickets in groups of either 2 or 4. Either way, I messaged Dustin. I'm like, hey, there are people selling tickets online. Look around. Maybe you can find something. But he's like, yeah, looks like most of them are only selling 2. If I can only buy 2, I'm not going to buy.
Yeah, I'd rather not just buy 2 tickets when I could just go at a different time, probably.
So, I literally just start clicking on every link, working my way down Google. And it was like the 9th link I clicked on. They had 2 tickets, and you could either buy 1 or both. And I immediately DM'd Dustin. I said, look, I can't look too much into this right now, but like this link showed promise. And then 5 minutes later, Dustin posted in the Discord. He was like, I got a ticket.
It's funny because you sent that to me right when I gave up looking. Because I had gone through the first 2. I had gone through the first 2 pages of Google, finding nothing. And I was like, oh well, I'm not going past 2 pages.
Well, I was still on the first page of
Really?
Google, so I don't know how I found it.
I guess my Google sucks.
Apparently, damn.
Yeah, you gotta get your Google check, brother.
I need better Google. I need Google the Gamer 115.
So, it was a really fucking awesome concert.
It was, yeah. It's pretty dope. It was funny seeing, because there was a good amount of people who obviously already knew them. You could tell they were singing along and stuff. And it was so funny seeing people who definitely never heard them before, just based on the times when they were laughed during the songs.
Oh, like they were
Yeah.
They were
hearing
here
it
for the first time, yeah. They also had funny bits in between songs, which I really liked.
Oh yeah. I think one of
Oh,
the
yeah,
things
the-
that I liked was they made really good use of a flashlight
Yeah,
throughout the whole
they had
thing.
they had the little tiny flashlight. They would single out specific people in the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you do like you go to like a big concert. Like I know when I went to go see AJR, they have a whole like screen behind them, and they do like they have like a tread, kind of like a treadmill, not a treadmill, like a conveyor belt, bigger. And they like
Mhm.
walk on. Like I know one thing that AJR does, they will like walk on it, so it looks like they're walking in place, but they have like this massive like screen behind them, and it's like really cool. But then it's like you go there and like they had a flashlight, and it was equally, if not
Yeah.
cooler, what they did. I'm like, wow, that's insane. That was sick. Dude, they almost played. Dude, we almost got them to play
Yeah,
Weezer.
because they were doing a bit. They called it the fuck around block, where basically they were taking suggestions from the crowd of like, okay, you say one song, you say another song, and then we'll try combining them together. And as soon as they mentioned that to us, we all immediately turned to Matt because we were like, we gotta get him to do Buddy Holly by Weezer.
They were doing it. They were picking people so quickly. I didn't even get my. I couldn't.
No,
even
yeah,
get my
I
hand
tried
up.
on the last one. I turned around, no, she hadn't
Yeah.
raised her hands. Like, okay, I'll give it a go. But they did do it.
Oh,
Almost. Yeah, they were doing live mashups of songs, which was
Yeah.
insane.
yeah, they were doing good with them too.
Yeah, concerts in those like kind of smaller venues are also pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, there were probably like a couple, not even a couple hundred, like maybe 100.
Yeah, something like that.
In that room. Yeah.
Like it was a lot smaller of a venue than I thought it was going to be. So it was really
I
nice.
wouldn't mind going to more stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Next is I know I keep saying it, but either Young Gravy or Baby No Money, in terms of bands that the group mostly collectively likes.
Right, yeah.
I
Although,
don't
like George,
know if I know either.
like
of
George A.
them.
pointed out, that would be way more expensive.
Oh hell yeah!
I would go, yeah.
You would know this. You would know the songs, Rob.
Yeah,
If we
just
go
from the
would?
Vibers playlist.
Okay.
You might not be able to recognize them, but you would be like, this is a song I've heard before, most likely in George's car.
Fair enough.
Bare minimum, you definitely get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The opening act was good too, for Rose of Glendale. To Tululu,
Yeah.
whatever they were called.
Yeah, like a kind of like psychedelic, groovy type of thing.
Let me get their name right. I have it still in spot because I wanted to listen to them more, but Tallulah, that's what it was.
Tallulah, yeah. They're really good. I'm wondering if, because Georgia was listening into the car today, and they do have they were playing he was playing the song where the guy came on with the harmonica,
which everyone
Right.
got hyped for because no one was expecting it.
I'm wondering if they were expecting it, because my theory is that they went shorter than they expected, because first Wolves of Glendale ended early.
Yeah, like half an hour.
Like half an hour.
Mhm.
So and I did see them kind of talking on stage.
Yeah.
And also the guy with the harmonica had a camera. And at concerts, I typically find the guy that's taking the camera, because I'm like, that's cool. I like cameras. I like photos.
Mhm.
I'm a camera guy. So I saw him doing that. And I thought that's all he was. Apparently I was wrong. So my theory is that they were going a little short on time and they were filling. And my headcanon is that they said, hey, guy, whatever your name is, do you have your harmonica? He's like, of course I fucking have my harmonica. And then they just played that song because it's a song they have. That's my headcanon.
Maybe.
I'm trying to think though, like, because a show like that, why would they have gone half an hour under time? Because, like, sure, I can see being ahead of schedule. I understand that to a certain extent, but like, I'm confused how you're that ahead of time.
But since I think they
Yeah, I
technically
guess
started a little late.
either did that?
Only by like a tiny bit,
Yeah,
like
they
10
didn't
minutes or
start.
something.
So yeah, I was like 10 minutes. Like they started at like 8:10.
I wasn't paying attention.
No, that's fair.
I know.
Or maybe
I
it's
got a little eye on it. It
or
wasn't
also
anywhere bad, but
I could also just see it being like show's probably gonna go to 10:30. Put 11 on screen. Put 11
That's
on the
fair,
ticket.
yeah.
That also just makes total sense to me. I like my headcanon, but I think in reality, that also just makes
Your
sense.
headcanon makes the harmonica even more exciting, I think.
yeah.
I think so, yeah. You know, they were like, "You guys ready? We have a really special guest for this one. You guys ready?" You did a little back and forth between the crowd and them. And like, okay, here's they say his name, and some dude with giant curly hair just runs on stage and just starts playing a harmonica like a madman.
Dude,
I was like, oh
he
shit!
was really good with it too.
Yeah, he was crazy. Fanning and I, because he kind of like paused for a second at first, but Fanning and I both thought he was gonna start doing scat.
Skip it about a beat.
The music kind of sounded like he could just start doing that. I was like, oh shit! But then he busted out the harmonica. It was great.
That's like I like harmonicas because you can't see the harmonica when someone's playing.
Yeah.
So it kind of just looks like they're beatboxing,
making really weird noise with their mouth. I'm wearing my Wolves of Glendale sweater right now. Yeah, it's really comfy. I like it a lot.
It is really nice. I was gonna wear it. I wanted to wear it, but I don't like wearing stuff to work is weird.
Well, you know, show up naked.
Because no, like I wanna. The thing is that like wearing stuff that I want to wear the cool stuff that I get, but 90 times
exactly
90% of the time, exactly 90 times. 90% of the time, I'm going to work, and I'm a cook. I work with food. I'm like I'm guaranteed to get something on it.
Yeah. You'll want to stay in the cool stuff.
So it's like, damn, I can only like I just wear like the same t-shirts over and over again because it's like, well, I'm gonna get to work and immediately have like pasta sauce on me. So what's even the point? What's even the point in trying? Yeah, you can't. It makes me I've wondered why. I know I could just Google this. Like a lot of things, I know I can just Google it and I'll get an answer. But I feel like most of the time, I find it more fun to not Google it and just
Google what?
Questions.
Well, really anything. Just
Okay.
really anything.
I thought you had something specific in mind.
But no, but I do. But I'm just saying that in general, I feel this way, right?
Okay.
In general, like I will have questions and then not wanna. I could just Google it, but I think it's more fun just to think about. Because if I get the answer, then the mystique is gone. But I want to know why cooks wear white. Because for the longest time, until I guess eventually I stopped caring enough and they stopped trying to tell me to wear my uniform. But we're supposed to wear white. Right? But I was always like, especially when I did wear it was just like a white polo. I'm like, why am I wearing white in a kitchen?
So
it makes it's so stupid. I think I know the answer, but
so somewhat related to that, I saw a video recently where it was someone talking about why doctors often wear white. and I think it's the same reason. Where what they were talking about was that when you are, especially like a surgeon, you need to be in a very sterile environment. So by wearing white, any sort of stain is any sort of contamination is easily seen, and B, it shows that you are being extremely clean.
That's what I thought. More the second half.
Right.
That,
So I
like,
could see that translating to a kitchen as well.
it's like, oh, he's a good cook because he's not getting shit at it all over himself.
Right.
But if you go to like a restaurant, the cook comes out and his apron's all like messy, for some reason I think, oh, he's a professional. He's just putting his all into it. There's passion in that food because
Yeah.
he's just going
He's
crazy.
crazy with it.
Yeah, he's literally crazy with it, man. That's how I think. But in my head, I was like, I don't give a shit. I keep getting fucking cranberry juice on my white polo, and I'm sick of having to wash it every goddamn time. So I'm just gonna start wearing whatever, and I'll just wear it over time. And I don't know what they're gonna do. Not put they don't have a choice but to put me on the schedule. So I'm like,
I can have a conversation with you and be like, hey, yo.
yeah, sure. I have. If there, I mean, I don't like where I work, but if anything, I think I have some kind of leeway considering how long I've been there.
Fair.
And I just don't wear this. It's like I just don't wear the uniform, quote unquote, because it's stupid. Why wear white? We're not a 5-star restaurant. We're a nursing home.
It's fair.
Whoa.
I don't have cooking experience. They were like, "Hey, the old cook quit. Do you want to do it?" And I'm like, "Does it pay more?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure. I'll do it." I don't have any cooking experience. Well, now I do, technically, but
You gained it on the job. You got the
I
job before the
did.
experience.
See, that's how it should be. Why do I need 15 years experience?
Just
to
give
work
me the
somewhere?
job now.
Hire me for 15 years and I'll have 15 years experience.
Forehead.
I don't know. 4 head, 5 head. Dude, I had something I wanted to bring up on
Yeah.
the podcast, and I wish there was some kind of place that I could have put that so I wouldn't have forgotten it.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that.
Yeah.
Yes, so you want to talk about, right, Robert?
Oh, the Spyro
Yeah.
shit.
Rob's
Alright. So
famous.
Yeah, so interesting thing happened. Actually, I was gonna tell you, Matt, if you do what I ask you to, then you'll probably lead this episode with the video of me doing it. But yeah, I was playing the third Spyro game. I'd been playing it for a couple days. I had the day off on Tuesday because of a snowstorm, even though there was no snow, but that's a whole nother thing. And all of a sudden, playing this game, and a bunch of green gems came out of my ass.
Not supposed to happen.
Not supposed to happen in the slightest. And I remember when that first happened, I was like, shit, do I keep going with the run? Do I stop playing? What do I do? And eventually I was like, you know what, we'll finish the run off and then I will have to figure out what happened. So I finished the run, go eat dinner, come back. And I clipped thankfully I was recording. I clipped the recording so that I can upload a small section to Discord. And I posted in the Spyro Discord. And pretty quickly, someone's like, huh, that's weird. And that was like the only message for like the first, like, I don't know, 40 minutes or so. So I was like, oh, okay, people thought it was weird, whatever. And then, like, I don't know, like, half an hour later, all of a sudden I got a ping, and it's Rob the Gamer, you might want to see this. And I look, and it's in the Spyro Discord, which is not a Discord I'm active in, not one that I really ever post in.
About how many people are in this? Is it just like Spyro the Dragon in general, or like specifically the games, or specifically speedrunning the games?
It is for speedrunning the entire series. And you're saying how many people are in the server?
Just roughly, like what kind of like?
Looking at the numbers now, there are 121 verified runners online right now.
Okay.
So easily in the hundreds. Oh, hang on. And then not verified runners, there's another 566 online.
Okay.
So like decent size, well, probably over 1,000 people in the server.
Okay. Cool.
That being said, many people can see that the way the Discord is set up is everyone can see the channel, but you need to be I think you need to be a verified runner in order to post in it or something. Because I remember I had issues posting in it because I just had not posted in there before. But anyways, got permission to post it, went ahead, posted it. And I look in, and it is a massive conversation where a bunch of people, including top runners, are like, what the fuck, Rob? I had people asking me questions. I had one person convinced I was on a modded console, which I was not.
Official hardware, baby.
One person who thought I was lying somehow and made up shit.
For what? Clout in the
I don't know, dude.
For clout in the Spyro community.
One person thought that things looked weird because the game was in a widescreen. They thought it was using like some sort of a widescreen mod, when in reality it was just slightly stretched because of OBS. But basically I was able to answer people's questions. And then I thought that it was going to take a while, at least a week, before I got any sort of closure on what caused it. But probably within 2 hours of me posting it in the Discord, people were able to recreate it. And we started getting a good understanding of exactly what caused it. So I actually have a really good... So I gave you guys an explanation, but I actually have a much better explanation now because I have a much better understanding of it. Okay. So there's this enemy in the game that is in this one specific level, and the way that enemies work is that they can be in different states, okay? And one of the states they can be in is their dying animation. And another state that these enemies can be in is a laughing animation.
Okay.
Now, what triggers the laughing animation is two things. The first is if an enemy hits you, then they start laughing. The second is, I think, a mistake, and that's what causes this glitch. The second is, if one enemy is laughing, then they all enter the laughing state. So what happened in my case was I flamed an enemy off of a ledge. Him falling off the ledge kept him in a dying animation for longer than he should have been. And then I got hit by another enemy. The moment that I got hit by the other enemy, after hitting me, that enemy went into the laughing animation. But the other enemy, the first one that I killed, he's currently in the dying animation. So basically what happens frame by frame there is he goes up to the laughing animation because the other one's laughing. and then goes back to the dying animation, and then back to the laughing, and then back to dying, and then back to laughing, and back to dying. So it's alternating these two states constantly, every frame. And the game is, with that enemy is told, when you enter the dying animation, you drop a gem. Well, he's now entering the dying animation every, 2 frames.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Because the enemy is also deloaded, the gems are spawning out of bounds. And the game has a failsafe where if a gem gets out of bounds, it teleports directly onto Spyro, which is why all of the gems were coming out of Spyro.
Is there any reason why it stopped where it did and it didn't just keep going infinitely?
Because the enemy finished dying, I believe. I believe that's why. The enemy finished dying. But yeah, it's become a whole thing where once people understood how it worked, understood that it could be replicated, it actually isn't even that difficult of a skip. Genuinely, people were like, how the fuck was this not found before? But whatever. I've seen shit like that before where it's like, how is this not found? That led to a big discussion about whether it should be allowed. And I think people at this point have kind of reached an agreement on it, where it's going to be allowed with a soft category split, where you can separate runs on if they use duplicating or not.
Damn, they would. I think they should stick to their. I think they should come up with a more defined answer. I want bloodshed. I want sides being drawn, lines being drawn.
I mean, I'll let you know right now, it's not over. There are still discoveries being looked into, and it's possible that things could change relatively quickly. But for now, the discoveries have kind of died down. So we'll see what goes from here, you know?
I think the coolest thing, or at least what I thought was the funniest, was that video that you were playing where someone said your name as just like some guy. He was like, "You're being
that video I showed you, actually, I'm now the pinned comment on it.
It's funny. It sounds like you were on the news.
Yeah.
It does.
Like local man robbed the Gamma 115.
Well, so you have to understand. So the guy whose video I'm talking about, his name is Dio Man, and he is probably the most well-known modern Spyro speedrunner. He mostly speedruns the first game, and is, I think, still the record holder in the first game. But not only is he like a really talented speedrunner, but he's like one of the most laid-back, chill people ever. He's an extremely laid-back guy, and just kind of shoots the shit on his stream all the time. It's actually funny. I don't know if he remembers this, but I actually got into an argument with him on his stream at one point. About something stupid, but yeah, you know. It was just us arguing over what makes a speedrun, basically. But no, it's still really cool seeing him put out a video and me being mentioned. I had people reaching out to me on Discord being like, wait, Rob, what? I had to explain it to a couple people.
Rob, you're famous. Don't forget about us when you're famous, Rob.
And then yesterday, in a completely different Discord server, I had someone impersonating me.
Oh yeah, what happened with that? Because you were in the car.
Oh, what happened with that is I feel like I'm getting gaslit, Matt.
Because we were on our way to Wolves of Glendale.
Yeah,
and you're like, I think someone's impersonating me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, no, someone was impersonating me. And so I had someone DMing me, letting me know that this was happening or whatever. And I basically was like, all right, well, I'll keep an eye on things. And if they continue to do it after today, then I'm probably going to reach out to the mods and be like, hey, can this stop? So woke up today, was like, oh, I wonder if that guy is still impersonating me. And I look, and like, all the messages are deleted?
Yeah, don't fuck with Rob the Gamer 115, man.
But like, I don't know what happened. I kind of felt like I was getting gaslit a little.
Oh, well, like it wasn't real?
Yeah, a little.
No, certainly they were just like, this guy is being an asshole, and then just got rid of him. And it's deleted all, like, I think when you ban someone, doesn't it, like, can't you have it, like, delete, like, the blast, like, hour messages or something?
Here's the thing, it wasn't a ban. I'm like fairly certain it wasn't a ban. Because it was like someone, I think, active in that Discord.
Do you think maybe it was just some dude and they were like, hey, cut that out? And they just deleted the...
Maybe? I don't... Like I said, I don't know.
This isn't the same server you posted it in.
No.
It's a different one. Okay.
Yeah, it's a different one. But it's somewhat related to Spyro, just not directly. It's also a much smaller Discord.
Are any of these the server that you had to leave D&D for because of Nazis?
No, I'm not in that server anymore.
Okay, I just
Haven't
you know
been
what?
for a while.
I don't know what you get up to, but that memory always that stays with me.
That's top D&D memory. Having to leave twice because he has to deal with Nazis.
Perhaps the most legitimate reason anyone's left D&D.
Sorry guys, be right back. I gotta go fight the Nazis.
I gotta go
again.
I gotta go. I'm sorry, I have to leave. I have to go fight the Nazis. Something that was not said for like 80 years. It was said by one guy in the 1940s, and then Rob the Gamer 115 a couple of years ago, and no one said those words in between. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes, it was quite interesting.
So when's Summingsalt gonna interview you?
Probably never.
Is he not gonna do a video on Spyro 3?
Well, even if he did, I don't think there would be anything to gain from interviewing me. Would he mention me in a video? Almost certainly, yes. I would be mentioned, but there would be basically no reason to interview me. What would I say? Yeah, I was recording a run and it happened. It was weird. Like, I really don't have anything to say about it.
Great interview. Great interview.
I wouldn't even be the person to talk to explain how it works.
Look, I'm just trying to meet Summoning Salt, bro.
I mean, go to a GDQ. You could probably meet him there.
Never.
I mean, I've been to like 4 or 5 of them. Dustin's been to one.
I've been to one, yeah.
Never in my life.
No? Why not?
Out of spite, I think.
Out of spite? Spite for what?
Speed runners.
Dude. Kind of hardcore.
Yeah.
Damn.
If I don't know if I'd be able to handle. I think if I met Summoning Salt and he would like try to say something to me, I'd be like, okay, wait, 1 second.
You pull out
I pull out my phone. No, I pull out my phone and I start playing his music.
Oh my
god! And I'm like, okay, now you can speak, because it would just sound weird.
I'm fairly certain, Matt, that I am at least in one Discord that Summoning Salt is in.
How many degrees of separation is Mark Wahlberg from Summoning Salt?
What? Actually, now you have me curious if he's in the Spyro Discord. Probably
How many
not, but
How many degrees of separation is Mark Wahlberg from Summoning Salt?
Any particular
I
reason why it's
would
Mark
not know
Wahlberg?
that.
I don't know.
Okay,
Because I have 9/11 on the
got it.
screen, and he could have stopped, and he could have stopped
I
it.
thought you were getting the game wrong. I thought you were just confused, so I wanted to make sure.
No.
Because degrees are Kevin Bacon normally. So I was like, I hope
know.
he didn't forget.
But I think I was just passively thinking of Mark Wahlberg because I'm like, damn, 9/11, he could have stopped
Yeah.
that
Would have gone a little different.
a little bit. He was just there that day. He could have
Damn.
taken him down. That's what he
Oh
said.
boy. So I found a game-breaking glitch in a video game. What did you do this week, Matt?
What did I do this week?
Yeah.
It was crazy actually.
Yeah?
I was walking to work.
Damn, that is crazy.
And I know, but crazier, right? It gets
Okay.
crazier. So there's like a bunch of trees. Like there's just like one area where there's like a bunch of trees. And I was walking to work,
Uh-huh.
and I heard like a noise. So I immediately took out my gun and unloaded a clip on the nearest car that I could see. Because surely it was gunshots from the car
Yeah?
that was shooting at me.
Damn.
So I unloaded my clip on it.
Here's your badge,
Alright.
good sir.
Were you shot at all?
And I showed no control in when containing a firearm. So that's why I'm actually getting a new job as a police officer.
You passed all the requirements.
But were you shot in the line of duty?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm still ACAB though.
Yeah?
I just count.
ACAB. I also just hate myself.
I'm a bastard.
I am a bastard.
You're not just a bastard, you're also a hypocrite.
Hell fucking yeah.
All cops
Dude,
are bad,
that
including
was
me. I don't know what the
dude,
fuck I'm doing.
dude, that was so fun showing everyone in the
Yeah.
car the clip of the guy and the cup.
Because I'd only heard of
How many
that story.
bullets do you think he
I didn't really
shot?
like look into it. I just heard about it before you showed me the video. And the way I imagined
Yeah.
it, I always thought was, he hears a noise, he turns around, bang, bang. Oh, whoops, it was nothing. Never mind. But no, instead,
which would still be
Yeah.
it'd still be
insane.
insane. But that was like, I don't know. I heard something. I shot once, and turns out it was nothing. My bad.
Yeah. Shoot a couple times, you realize, shit, wait, nothing's
But-
going on. And then you're like, damn, that
But
was
no, then Matt
stupid
shows
of
me the video, or he shows all of us the video, and the dude does like 3 combat rolls away from his car, empties an entire clip, and reloads and does another entire clip into the car.
It's first person Dark Souls is what
Yeah,
it looks like. It's like you're playing Dark Souls in
he
VR.
rolls away so many times. And just to imagine, like, what sound could that have made? An acorn falling in your car.
Bonk,
Like it probably went,
bonk, probably.
tink, like a tiny little noise, and that dude just like, barrel.
My guess is that guy has been waiting for his moment to be in a
Of course,
shootout.
he's a cop.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go there, but I think it was extremely paranoid for some reason.
I think he thinks much like thinking about how you would save Sydney in an active shooter situation.
Of course.
I think he thinks about it a lot.
Yeah.
And he thought he was in his moment. So he just let it rip.
Yeah.
That's my only guess.
Yeah.
Because how else do you explain how ridiculous that is? To keep going and then I don't know if they didn't show it in that video, but at one point he says that he got hit.
Yeah, that part where I really have no explanation.
And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like he didn't like he realized halfway through he was being stupid, so he thought he could like
For me,
claim.
it's one of two things. It's either A, just cops lie, just okay, yeah, sure. Or B, there's some cop rule where like your car is like an extension of you or something. Where like if your car gets hit, you have to claim it as I got hit. You know.
No, that would certainly be phrased differently.
God, I'm bleeding. I'm
Obviously,
bleeding.
that's
My
different.
arms-
I'm saying like,
guys, I'm bleeding and my arm's broken. They're like, you look fine. No, I have an oil leak and my and my mirror came off. What are you talking about? I'm using the code, guys.
Oh my god. Matt, you know what? Scrap my next D&D character. I'm gonna play a police officer.
we're killing you immediately.
Oh, God.
Damn.
Magic might be limited in this world, but ACAB isn't, brother.
Oh, okay.
He can't is forever.
So, yeah. All right,
Fine,
so,
I'll bring back the one character. I'll bring back ACAB.
all right, so I found a spiral glitch. Matt shot at his car. What'd you do, Dustin?
Sorry, I was trying to clear my throat. Not this past week, just now. I
big
I
week
spent
for
the entire week clearing out my throat.
big week for
It has
Dustin.
been
Big
awful. It spent an entire week trying to clear my throat.
Dude, that sucks.
I finished Onagai Muscle today.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you? Yo.
I'm assuming that's an anime.
It is. It's anime.
It's the gym anime.
Yeah. Actually called How Heavy Are the
It's
Dumbbells You Lift?
Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
It says it just like makes it kind of like makes fun of gym culture, but also just being like, hey, normal people like there's people at the gym that are like they basically have no face, but they're just like pure like all
bodybuilders.
muscle bodybuilder, and they just scream and they just shout. It's the type of people that Planet Fitness makes you think are at any other gym.
Right.
No, but I really like it. I think it's really fun.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Gina Bird.
I liked because there was a trainer who's like one of the main characters. It's like Machio, I think his name is. Machio, yeah.
Yeah.
And he does this thing where he's normally in a tracksuit, but every so often they'll rip off. And he grows like 3 times his size because he's also a bodybuilder. But it's funny because he also gets taller for some reason. So when he puts his tracksuit back on, he'll literally shrink in all dimensions.
He goes, and there's like a slide whistle, like
Yeah.
and then you're like, there'll be, I don't know, it'd be like someone would be like, oh, you know, my schedule's pretty flexible, and he'll be like, flexible, flex, and then he'll rip his clothes. he'll do, like he's insane, or like everyone is insane, but it's
like he was in the middle of a conversation. He's like, yeah, and besides, side. And he rips off his coat. It's like, sido chesto. And he starts flexing.
Sido chesto.
Come on.
Yeah, it's good, man. If you ever get the opportunity, Dustin, I would watch like an episode. I would just watch to hear the because I watched it dubbed.
Yeah, you said you liked the dub. I was thinking of watching an episode dubbed.
Because there's like an announcer guy. The guy who like narrates it, kinda. He's really funny. He's very sassy. And he makes like when the main girl is like trying to go on her diet, he's like just making fun of her the whole time. He's really sassy, which is interesting because my favorite anime, Love is War,
it's the opposite.
He's also the he's also the narrator in that.
Oh, it's him?
It's the same guy.
Oh, okay.
But I can't. It just maybe I'm just like a purist because I like Love is War so much. I'm like, he's too goofy. It's too goofy.
Right.
He's too goofy here. But I think it just changes. I think it just changes the overall tone because in the anime First Discovery, in Love Is War, he's very like excited and like he sounds like a football announcer sometimes. Like he's just like really energized and he's really into it. It makes like their pettiness seem so serious, like it's real. And in the dub, it just makes it feel like he's just like, it doesn't feel like there's like some onlooker that sees this all as real. It just makes it seem like he's like, oh, he's just looking at teenagers being
He treats it
goofy.
as a joke.
Yeah, which I guess it is,
Right.
right? Ultimately, it is, and it's not bad. I think I just can't get over it because I've watched the anime like 4 times. One way.
But I imagine the narrative taking it seriously is what makes it funny, or makes it more funny, I should say. It adds to the comedy of how serious the narrator is being in the sub.
Yeah, definitely. But also, like, he's very. But I find it funny in Dumbbells, right? And he's basically the same.
Right.
I think it's just like. I think it's like a lot of anime. Where like I still watch, if I ever watch Your Lie in April, I watch it dubbed. Because I watched it dubbed the first time I did. And if I rewatch it, I don't, for some reason I'm like, well, I want to watch it the way I watched it the first time. I don't want to.
I understand that.
So when we start watching it tomorrow, we're actually gonna watch the dub, not sub.
Yeah.
I would say
And
so,
the week
yeah.
after.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know. And after that.
Oh, okay.
We're not gonna go back and forth or anything like that.
Okay. Because that would be
Imagine.
weird.
That would be weird.
So something that irked me with Dumbbells though. They would every time they introduce a new character, they would like show like stats of them. Like they show like their weight and their body fat percentage. And they were just so wrong with it every time. It's so going out of your way to show body fat percentage, at least be somewhat accurate.
I just don't remember.
Like they
this.
showed a girl and it's like, oh, she's 12% body fat percentage. It's like, for a woman, that's like skin and bones, you idiot. A woman needs 12% just to survive.
Oh, you mean like the same way when it's like when she's eating food and it like shows how many calories.
They would do that.
Yeah, okay, I know what you mean.
Like in the very first episode, they show like, oh, this is her. She's 55 kilograms and 30% body fat. It's like, no, she's not. She would be massive if she was 30% body fat. What do you mean?
Japan.
Body fat percentage is still body fat percentage. It's a percent of the body fat. Doesn't matter where you are.
I don't know.
But one time they're talking, and it's like, well,
Nippon
like, oh yeah, bodybuilders, they try to get below 3% body fat before a show. And it's like, oh, just like a pre-fight boxer. It's like, no, they don't. 3% is the minimum for men. They'd be dying if they went below 3%. What are you saying?
Listen, I'll take your word for. I'll have you know, I believed it 100%. But you would know more than me.
It was just a small thing where I was like, this is so, you going out of your way to mention body fat percentage. This should be somewhat accurate.
Might as well get it right.
Don't just throw out random numbers.
Dude, I'm taking notes before I started going to the gym. I watched the anime again. I was taking notes. I was like, okay, well, Machio said to do this. So,
and then there's some just
obvious
incorrect stuff they're saying too, other than the body fat percentage.
That is what I had heard.
Yeah,
from like comments and stuff. But I'm like, I don't. At the time, I was like, I don't go to the gym.
Yeah,
I don't care. It's funny.
Yeah, it's the thing where like, why are you taking advice from a comedy anime? But the way I see it is, if you're gonna go out, because they would have like intermission, they would have like moments of like, hey audience, let's teach you about this thing.
Machio's muscle lesson of the day.
So I feel like if you're gonna go that far, you may as well be right. You can't just say, no, it's just a comedy anime, shut up. It's like, no, you're going out of your way to be like teaching.
Dustin, can you rip your clothes off and grow 3 times your
Not
size?
yet. Soon, hopefully.
All right. Well, when you can, I'll hear you out some more.
Yeah, when I
But until
can,
you
I
can,
won't say stretching is
until you-
bad for you, actually.
I know. Yeah, I know that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, but that's it's all
Oh,
stretching is super bad.
lost in translation. Come on, that excuse works for some things.
Yeah.
So,
I'll give
so I'm also doing Infinite Craft on my own.
Mhm.
And I just got one of the weirdest combinations ever. So combining a Tutankhamun, like King Tut, right?
yes.
With Berlin Wall. Um, any explanation as to why the two of them together got me David Hasselhoff?
Well, actually, that's actually really it's actually really simple. You see,
Yeah.
back um when I was a young boy,
Oh boy.
my father took me into the city to see a marching
And
band.
David Hasselhoff played King Tut in the city.
Yes. In that city. It was like one street over, so I wasn't really worried about it. I was more like, yo, these emo marching band kids are pretty cool. But yeah. Yeah, it was one street over.
Crazy.
Yeah. Small world, man.
Well, it's a small world after all.
Oh, I guess David Hasselhoff wrote a song for freedom at the Berlin Wall.
What?
So that explains the Berlin Wall part. Don't know about King Tut.
Did he play as King Tut in a role?
Maybe.
Oh
Yeah, I guess he
boy.
performed a song on the wall too.
Huh. Weird. Didn't even know he was a musician.
You remember that guy that got caught streaking in It's a Small World?
In Small World? No.
It happened sometime last year.
Okay.
There was just some dude. I think he may have been on drugs. I don't remember.
Imagine most people streaking are on drugs.
I follow a bunch of I follow one YouTube channel in particular that one of their weekly shows is that they do like all the weird news happen on the internet.
Yeah.
And I remember that one in particular was some dude was streaking through It's a Small World and people like the ride stopped and he was just kind of like walking like a giant through all the small people.
Damn.
Pretty funny.
All right, one.
So you guys want to go to Disney World?
No, because I think 2 out of 3 of us are not safe in Florida.
Disney World.
Disney World.
Is Disney World the one in Florida or California? Actually,
World is Florida.
then let's do Disneyland in California, Matt.
Disney World.
Disney World in Florida. Disneyland in Florida. Disney World in California. Disneyland in California. I'm trying to see which one sounds right.
Just Google it.
Well, I want to see if I can figure it out first.
Sometimes we don't like Googling questions. Sometimes it's more fun to think about it.
But yeah, Matt, you do understand that you're included in the 2 out of 3 of us not safe in Florida. I'm convinced the only way I made it out of Florida is I was with Dustin.
Well, just don't try to like.
Don't suck dick while you're there.
True.
Hey, don't tell me what to do. I will suck all the
Disney
dick.
World's in Florida.
Don't tell him what to do. Don't tell him what to do on It's a Small World. He can do whatever he wants.
Dude, maybe a small world, but you can't say that about my
Hey-o.
You can be my world. Because you're small.
Mm-hmm.
After all.
Don't put the blame on you.
Don't put the blame on me. I think we could. I think. Here's what we do, right?
Oh, yep. Listen.
I just make sure that I don't go outside for a while.
Okay.
You think you're gonna lose
If I
melanin?
if I can get pretty pale if I don't go outside.
Oh.
Like during the winter I can actually get. It doesn't work so much now where I'm outside every day because I walk, but I can sometimes I can actually get pretty pale. Like I'm pretty sure I put my arm up to George's once and it wasn't that big of a difference.
Oh, okay.
Well, George's, I feel like, is darker than most of us.
Well,
Like, I feel like the Greek skin is kind of a little
it's
darker.
a little foreign, but I could totally, if I prepared myself, and I could definitely pass as just mildly tanned tourist.
Okay, then we're good then. Matt just needs to stay inside for like a week or so. Then we go to Disney World.
Yeah. And they walk up to me and are like, "What's your name?" Matthew Smith. All right, he's white as fuck. Get him out of here. Actually, no, you can stay.
But Matt, how
Here you
will
go.
how will I possibly pass a straight?
Well, you're bi.
Yes.
So if they ask you, they're like, "Hey," if someone comes up to you and they're like, "Hey, are you straight?" You can be like, "Girls, all right," and they'll be like, "All right, fair enough." And then your nose won't grow because you didn't technically tell a lie.
Yeah.
True. I must not tell lies.
You must not tell lies, man. So I think
There
we're
was
and then they can ask, and they can be like, hey, you, Dustin, show me your 23andMe, and you'd be like, yeah, that's fucking white.
Doesn't even leave the continent.
Hell yeah, brother. And then the three of us, I think we can pass as a perfectly group of white guys. Get one more, we can be Weezer.
What's with these homies?
This and my, they're like, and they're like, they ask me like, what's your favorite band? And I'm like, been real into Weezer lately. And they're like, dude's white as fuck. Hell yeah, dab me up, brother. And I'm like, well, you shouldn't real well. Your black accent's kind of cringe. And they're like, what? And I'm like, oh. And then I don't know. I stay out in the sun for like 15 minutes. I just naturally start getting darker, and they're like, whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
And they're like, are you black? And I'm like, my mom's white. And they're like, hell yeah, brother, dab me up.
I like to imagine Seven being
'Cause they're
graduate,
all-
kind of just pops back all of a sudden.
Just like you hear that, you hear like the Minecraft noise for like picking items up, like
Yeah.
it makes it so fucking, when you find a shiny Pokemon. The stars and the jingle play around it. That just happens to me. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Everyone turns around. I'm like, I swear. I think Disneyland's fine. Or Disney? I think Disney's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Disney's pretty chill.
Yeah.
It's the rest of Florida that has me concerned.
Yeah, but I feel like you'll be fine in Disney World, because at that point they don't really care as long as you're paying to be there.
Well, I'm not saying Disney is dangerous. I'm saying the rest of Florida.
All right, so we don't leave Disney.
In order to get to Disney, you have to travel through other parts of Florida. You understand?
Oh yeah. Well, I stay in the car under the floorboards, like the Telltale Heart.
Yeah, Matt just has to lay down in the back and we're all good.
Yeah.
And then we drive to Florida. Don't stop anywhere but Disney World.
Yeah. I'll be fine. I'll live. I'll be fine. I've been to Disney World before. That was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Disney since I was like 5 years old.
Yeah, I haven't been recently. like, I don't think I was even in. I think I've gone a decent number of times, but I think that was all like before like middle school. I can't think of being. Yeah, I don't think I've gone. I think I was always in elementary school when I had gone. It's been a while. I don't know what they got there. I know when I went, was it Disney World? I think so. I saw the Indiana Jones show where the guy almost gets hit by the rock.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
Yeah, the Dwayne The Rock Johnson comes down and just punches a guy. And he's like,
Dude, that's crazy.
Do you smell what the rock is cooking?
Damn.
Do you smell what the rock is cooking? Did you know the rock was a wrestler?
I
Just
did.
It's not just an actor?
Yeah,
That's insane.
I know.
Guys, the Super Bowl didn't start Civil War.
Nope. Although it did lead to some other tragic events.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Why are Dustin? Why are football fans so crazy? Explain.
Oh, the shooting. I didn't realize that's what you were talking about.
I mean, just in general,
yeah,
but that is what Rob brought up.
I don't know why sports fans are crazy in general.
Why do football fans hate Taylor Swift?
Because they keep showing her on camera a bunch. Except it's not really that much anymore. It's kind of become a thing where Taylor Swift was the annoying thing because NFL wouldn't stop talking about it, stop showing her when they had the chance. But then they kind of cooled off on it, but people still kept complaining about it. It's like, okay, no, guys, we're finally getting what we want. Stop talking. They only show her like twice a game. But they got to
as they do any other celebrity.
Not particularly. No, typically celebrities get like one showing at a game.
Okay.
Whereas,
but it scales with how famous they are.
Well, no, it's because Travis was dating the football player, so every time that football player caught the ball, Travis Kelce, they would show her.
Oh, to show her reaction.
Yeah. So when you got a guy who gets like,
oh my God,
who can get up to like 7 catches a game, they're showing her at least 7 times. And if we're coming back from commercial, they're showing her. They cut away to commercial, they show her.
I understand the outrage, though. I mean, she's not playing the game. She's just there. Just
honestly, she probably would rather be left alone. To be totally honest,
probably, yeah.
And again, it did get to the point where they cooled it down. It's like, okay, we can stop a little, but people still kept complaining. And I got to a point where I saw on Reddit, or after every game, someone would see what percentage of screen time she took up, and it would be like 0.0082% of screen time.
Time.
It's like, see, they're not showing her anymore. Shut up.
Like some random person like with decent seats probably got shown more than Taylor Swift just because of their positioning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I thought I thought the whole thing was funny.
But yeah,
I think it's funny.
That's why people didn't like Taylor Swift. They just showed her too much.
Showed her too much.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
It's sad.
But then, you know. But she won the Super Bowl.
She
so
did
who
win
really
the Super
cares?
Bowl.
She won the Super Bowl.
No.
Yeah, she did. Oh, what the fuck is this?
Good one.
The fuck is what?
He got father.
Ah. So no Weezer, huh?
Here's my my current idea.
Yeah.
Which is what I've been trying to run with, which I haven't been able to get, is I'm trying to get friend so I can get
buddy.
buddy. So I was also trying to get because I was on the Christmas one for a little bit. I was trying to get like
Holly.
and then if I was saying maybe if I combine Buddy and Holly,
That's
I
not
can
a
get.
bad strategy.
But I was catching a brick wall with Christmas, so I decided to go to. The only thing I have is like human and man, so I'm like, how do I get friend?
Human with human. Duh.
Like here, how about man love?
Wouldn't that just be woman? Yeah.
Human love.
Damn, fucking
Marriage.
how homophobic
Okay,
of you.
but marriage, but like less. Like not, I'm not marrying them.
Why is it that man in love equals woman? Why can't it be another man, huh?
Because men don't have love.
Damn Wow.
Only
men
women
don't
love.
know how to. Men don't know how to express emotion. Did you guys see that Greece? Well, you did weird because we were talking about it, but this is a podcast, so they don't know that. See that Greece legalized gay marriage?
I didn't know Georgia was homophobic
actually,
this
I
whole
haven't
time.
seen that shit. Why?
Apparently, it wasn't legal in Greece.
Yeah.
Okay, but that doesn't mean Georgia.
I think it does.
Was
Yeah, it
homophobic.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think that's how that works.
I think it is.
Matt, based on the amount of countries that you're from, apparently,
Yep.
about half of you is probably homophobic.
Yeah.
So.
Matt, you're half homophobic as well as half white.
Just saying, Africa isn't a great place for the LGBT community.
I mean, I've just been identifying as 100% homophobic this whole time. So if you want to give me half.
Wow. Wow, I see how it is. This is why he's been hating me all these years.
This is why. No, Rob, this is you. I love you, Rob.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
How much do you love me?
Depends.
Matt's in a tricky position. He says too much, it's gonna be weird. He says too little, he's homophobic again.
He says just in the middle, D&D is going to be affected.
On a scale of 1 to 10, if we're playing Danganronpa, like a 7. If we're playing D&D, like a 2.
Okay.
Hey, Robert.
Lethal Company, like a 4.9.
What about during a podcast?
During a podcast, like
when we're not arguing about temperature scales.
When you remember what side of an argument you're on, like a 9.
Okay. But when I don't, a 1.
Yeah. That's when I get homophobic.
Wow. Okay.
Robert, if you were to
I hate homes.
If you were to give anyone in the friend group the F card, who would you give it to?
Oh fuck.
We asked this with Matt.
Wait. Why did they get a pat? Wait. Why do they get a card? I get a
pass. Whatever. You know what I meant.
I get a pass.
It's a membership card, Matt.
You know what I mean. You all know what I meant. Pass card, same thing.
You know what? I give it. Nope. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say it. I'll give it to Matt in the hopes that we get to trade.
Wheeling and dealing, boys. Art of the deal.
Matt, you can say the F word. Can I say the N word now?
Friendship.
Can I say the N word then?
Freddy Fazbear. Falafel.
Yeah. Easy for you to say.
Franz Ferdinand.
Whoa. Too soon.
Black Hand.
What?
Black Hand.
What about Black Hands?
They killed Franz Ferdinand.
Was that the name of the group?
Aren't you like a history teacher or something?
Yeah, but World War I is not something I'm particularly knowledgeable in.
Hmm.
World War One is actually there's a couple. The thing about history, Matt, is I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's a lot of it. It kind of stretches over, all of time and
Yeah,
all the
like
world.
okay, so
So there's quite a few gaps in my knowledge, and one of them is World War One.
like, are you more like the first 1,012 years or the second half?
I mean, probably the second half because there's no. The first 1,012 years is like prehistory, my dude.
It's like half of it.
Yeah, but not really.
It's like half of all history.
No, that's not at all how that works.
I think it is, dude.
No.
It's
For
like
one, you have history before in BC times.
So
Secondly, not only do we have that, but history in the year 300 isn't that well written.
I mean,
All right, hang on. No. We're pausing that. Dustin, what the fuck?
Apparently, that's a picture of Trump getting booed at a sneaker convention.
Wait, is this a real
Yeah.
photo? I thought this was AI
that's real.
generated.
when did this
Today, I
happen?
guess. He was at a sneaker convention trying to
Nice.
show off some dollar store sneakers for $400.
$30 haircut. Looking ass.
Why was he at a sneaker convention?
To sell shoes.
Oh.
Dude's running for the presidency.
Dude just paid
And
like dude just got charged like 3,500.
35 was it like 35 million something?
It was like almost $400,000 he has to pay to like New York or something.
Alright, hang on. I'm looking this up. Trump hawks $399 branded shoes at SneakerCon a day after a $355 million.
He had to get that money back.
What the fuck? Hawking new Trump branded sneakers at SneakerCon, a gathering that bills itself as the greatest sneaker show on earth. First of all,
That's a
SneakerCon
lame name for a sneaker convention.
existing.
That's the best you can come up with.
Yeah, they could have. Surely there are better names out there.
Dude could have just gotten a booth at PAX East.
Hey, it's not too late.
He's there for the video game quiz panel. Or the video game music quiz panel.
God. Weezer.
the best man in the universe.
No,
Weezer.
Trump, they didn't make video game music. It's not going to be Weezer.
That's what they want you to think.
When they played Buddy Holly in Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Trump was met with loud boos as well as cheers at the Philadelphia Convention Center.
It was great. It was the best. It was the best time. The Donkey Kong Country soundtrack is a beautiful piece of work. Much like me, a beautiful piece of work. New Hampshire. You think Trump will play GeoGuessr? You think Trump's ever played GeoGuessr?
Yeah, he was there at PAX last year.
He was like, oh yeah, he was the guy.
He was with that panel with us. He
Yeah,
got like
he was
third
there.
place, I think.
That's insane.
I know all about the bollards.